What if you could hit $150,000 in sales this year? Instead of spending months trying to figure this out, you could get it right today and start accelerating towards $150,000 in revenue. After building multiple six-figure businesses myself and helping hundreds of funnel builders do the same, I know the traps and the shortcuts. And in this video, you'll see why some people hit $150,000 a year without stress, while others struggle just to get by. Follow this blueprint and you'll see exactly how to unlock your six-figure potential this year. So if you're struggling to hit $150,000 a year, it's not because of your lack of experience, it's because of something much more simple. Trying to make 150K based on experience will keep you stuck. The thing standing in your way isn't experience, it's specificity. The experience equals skills equals results equals price model is massively flawed. What I see happen is businesses immediately put a low price on their own head because internally they don't believe that they're worth $150,000 a year. Now, either they feel they don't have the experience or the skills to back that up, and the idea of like 15, maybe $10,000 clients just seems out of reach to them. And of course, we've all worked with clients who balk and choke at a five-figure price tag because there's no way they can afford that. And internally, we believe that expensive things must be able to justify that price because more money equals more better, right? Or at least that is what we're told. So you keep your prices low in order to try and get experience, and you therefore work with low value clients. Maybe they're people starting up or really struggling. They're things like businesses who really need a new website or some marketing. And your intention is to get more experience and then charge a reasonable price and give them a good service. But that's the problem. When you work with low-paying clients, you end up over-investing the amount of time and energy that you put into a project just to meet their demands. And no matter how hard you work, these clients always want more for less, which pulls you away from finding better paying clients and scaling up your business profitably. Maybe also low value clients can be a little controlling, so they have to sort of oversee all parts of the marketing and design and copy, which again eats into your time. And no matter how hard you work or what you deliver to them, maybe it's beautiful websites or the copy and emails and automation, it'll never be good enough and you'll never feel like you've truly knocked it out of the park. Now, in your mind, you might just feel you need one awesome client who gets amazing results, and then you can start talking about them and use them as a case study to increase your prices. But that doesn't happen with this client. So you keep your prices low, offering a safe, affordable work, and hope that maybe the next client is the one. Now, this method cannot continue because it's broken. It doesn't work, and it is literally impossible to scale, and I can prove it to you. So I want you to take the last project you did and maybe write out the price. Maybe it's $1,000, maybe it's $5,000, whatever it is. Now work out how many clients at that price you would need to hit $150,000 a year. So maybe it's 100 clients, maybe it's 20, maybe it's 50. In this case, it's 30. Now, quick check. How do you feel about taking on another 20 or 30 or 50 customers at the last price you delivered with the amount of work that you've delivered? Now, here's a key point to remember also. If one project isn't profitable, 10 or 20 won't be profitable either. You are probably not operating at laws of scale yet. If you don't have any money left over by the time you've finished working with your last client, then you haven't made any profit. So is there really any point in trying to find another 10 or 20 customers at your current deliverables and price point? And we can go further with this. I want you to see how broken this model is so that when I show you what does work and what you should be doing, you are willing to make the change. So now I want you to estimate how much time in hours or days it took to complete that project with the client. Now, maybe you still haven't finished it, which is absolutely fine. Give me an estimate. Be honest, be brutal. You should be overestimating the time it takes for you to do the work. If it was 10 hours, really ask yourself, was it 10 hours or was it actually actually closer to 30 hours? Maybe if it was 4 weeks, was it actually closer to 8 weeks work? Now you might be thinking that, well, I just don't want to admit that because deep down, that's more than I was expecting or estimating, and that's a bit embarrassing. We have all been there. We've all done it. There is nothing to be ashamed about. This is how we grow and get better. There is no judgment here on this channel. So let's do the maths. For example, let's say you charged $5,000 and it took you 8 weeks to complete. Now we know that you need 30 clients at that price point to hit $150,000 a year. If each client takes 8 weeks to serve, working with 30 clients a year literally becomes impossible. Even if you think you'll become more efficient, scaling this way just isn't realistic. Don't fool yourself into thinking that next time it'll be different, because it won't. So what do we have? We know that we need 30 clients at $5,000 each. Each project takes 8 weeks, which means that we need to spend 240 weeks worth of work into sort of 1 year. Plus, and this is critical, we also need to do 2 other things. There's the work for your clients, but there's also your work, and there's finding clients for your own business. One final point. What was the average time between sales for your current project? 30 clients in a year means 1 client roughly every 11 days. Now, if you're not currently landing that many clients, it's not going to magically get better without changing how we work. Now, there is a better way. I have a better way, a way where you are working with fewer clients who want to pay you and who want to pay you much more. They're clients who won't take up all of your time. They have projects and delivery that are scalable and profitable. Plus, it doesn't need years of experience or crazy marketing skills. And it all comes down to one thing: a heaping pile of scrap metal cars that no one wants. Let's say that you have to charge a customer $25,000. You sell used cars and a customer approaches you and they tell you that they need a car. And so you ask them like good, sensible sales questions like, how often do you drive? Like, what are you looking for in a car? What type of travel do you do? Is it for work or family? It's clear that what they are essentially looking for is something comfortable and safe to get from A to B without spending a lot of money on fuel. They need to use it to get to work, and on the weekends, they need to take their family to another location, right? Now, what would you say that the customer's ultimate goal is? It's not complicated. It's not a trick question. I don't want you to overthink it. If you listen, customers will tell you what they want to buy. They need to get from A to B and C at the weekends safely, comfortably, and affordably. Now, if you were to look through your books and offer them 2 choices, option A is $25,000 worth of scrap metal, all with parts that sort of work individually, but across multiple bits of car, and they need to be taken apart to like get the parts out. Or option B is just a car. What do you think the customer would go for? Now, it's a bit of a dumb question and the choice is obvious. Customers who are looking for a car want to buy a car. Now, you might think that's what you've been doing, but you haven't. You have been trying to sell $25,000 worth of scrap. You might as well give them 25,000 scrap cars. The amount of stuff you offer the customer is completely irrelevant. They want the easiest and fastest way to achieve their goal. Let's look at another example. Let's say that you and me are working to compete for the same pitch, the same client. Now, we've both done our work and we've both done the discovery work. We've figured out their goals and their roadblocks, and we come back to them with a pitch. Now, they are a consultancy who has a lot of clients. They've got, dozens of clients, but what they're actually looking for is more high ticket clients. And they know that each client nets them about $5,000 a month. Now, my pitch is telling them that we'll create a holistic campaign that drives both email engagement and brand awareness. We'll cross-target social media platforms to increase eyeball count while using AI sales teams to touch base with prospective clients and connect content to cash activities. And in my proposal, I have a website and a new CRM and social media and copy and SEO and blog design and content production and 2 calls a week and a partridge in a pear tree. You, on the other hand, tell them that you can get them 2 new $5,000 a month clients. Which of these two sounds like the easiest and fastest way to their goal, and which sounds like a pile of scrap metal? And I'll be honest, I see lots of scrap metal marketing from marketers out there. Now, at this point, the number one roadblock and objection that I hear is, yes, but how can I guarantee that to the client? How can I guarantee them 2 $5,000 a month clients? That is the wrong question to ask. The question you should be asking is, what kinds of businesses are capable of easily getting $5,000 a month clients? But for now, I want you to put that aside. We'll talk about how you can guarantee those types of results to clients in a bit. Let's look at another example. Let's take like an outdoor e-commerce store, like tents, ropes, climbing gear, that type of stuff. Basically all the things that I have to sort of sneak into the house and pretend that I've had forever so that Olivia doesn't ask how much they cost. Now, they're doing roughly $1,000 a day in e-commerce sales, mostly through ads, but they want a more profitable sale. Now, if we're both pitching them and I'm like furious that you beat me and won the last client, I decide I'm gonna go all out. And so with this client, I tell them that we're gonna do, I'm not even gonna read the list because there's so many things in here. Let's say I do something like this. I say I'm gonna do like their website, their email campaigns, review collection, collaboration partners, teamification, downsell, subscription boxes, all of that. And you say we will double your average order value with one big red button that people need to press on their website. All of a sudden, can you see how everything I've offered to do for the client still has a massive gap between what their goal is and what I'm giving them? Which sounds faster and easier? Your big red button or me doing 100 million different things? It's the big red button, right? The difference is the big red button, you're not selling the how, you're selling the what. What do clients want? What do $25,000 clients want? They want money. Specifically, they want more than $25,000 worth of money. Sell money. Your pricing should be based on the money they'll get. Experience, skills, insight, connections, none of that matters when your pricing is built around what they get. But of course, like I said earlier, you're probably wondering how you can guarantee those kinds of results to clients. And of course, where you can find them, which is why I've got this video here talking about how you can guarantee $100,000 results to your clients, even if you're a total beginner or if you've struggled in the past. So click here if you want to learn how to deliver $100,000 results to your clients.